Okay, hi. This is the movie wrap-up for August. I didn't watch that much this month, but before, I forgot to mention in my book wrap-up, what I'm reading now. I don't even remember if I mentioned it, but I'm reading Deadly Secrets by M. William Phelps, and the only reason, if I did, and the only reason I haven't picked it up was because I was reading the books that I got for my birthday. And I picked it up. I'm only on chapter 3 right now. And I did get something in the mail. Also, before I start on it, I did finally get the right one in the mail. See? Yeah. I just hope it'll play. After I'm done with this, I'm definitely going to watch it. But after that, I gotta look for part 2 and 3. I kind of hope they make another one. Just give me a minute. Okay. Okay. The first movie I watched. It's mine, isn't it? Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I watched The Fog. It's made in 1979. Almost everybody knows what The Fog is about. When the fog rolls in, the terror begins. This moody and crisply, chillingly horror classic from master of terror John Carpenter and co-writer Deborah Hill stars Adrienne Barbeau, I can't really pronounce the last name, Barbeau, Jamie Lee Curtis, John Houseman, Janet Leigh. Get lost in the fog, it will frighten the daylights out of you. The sleepy seaside village of Antonio Bay is about to learn the true meaning of the word vengeance, for this seemingly perfect town masks a guilty secret. A past steeped in greed and murder. Exactly 100 years ago, a ship was horribly wrecked under mysterious circumstances in a thick, eerie fog. Now shrouded in darkness, the long dead I'm trying to remember how to say it. Mariners have returned from their watery grave to exact a bloody revenge. Can this waking nightmare be stopped, or will the fog keep rolling in to kill and kill again? New documentary, outtakes, storyboard to film comparison, original 1980 documentary, advertising gallery, liner notes by John Carpenter, audio commentary by John Carpenter and Deborah Hill, and more. Then I watched... Oops! I dropped it! Okay. Nancy Drew. I think it was made in 2007. At least that's what's telling me, 2007. With her magnifying glass and fingerprint powder in hand, Nancy Drew leaves River Heights for Hollywood, but not to meet that guy on Smallville, as her boyfriend Ned fears. No, she's out to solve one of the greatest mysteries ever, the death of movie star Delia Draycott. But the bigger mystery is how our perky plaid-clad sleuth will fit in with the text messaging teen queens of meme she meets at Hollywood High. Join Emma Roberts as Nancy in this timeless girl detective mystery as she finds danger, adventure, and romance, because wherever Nancy goes, excitement follows. And I'm just going to go ahead and show you the special pictures. And I watched Deep Impact, Oceans Rise, Cities Falls, Hope Survives. Made 1998. What would you do if you knew that in a handful of days an enormous comet would collide with Earth and all humanity could be annihilated? The countdown to doomsday is underway in this gut-wrenching, eye-opening blast of a movie experience. Mimi Leader directs, guiding an all-star cast featuring Robert Duvall, Tia Leone, Elijah Wood, Vanessa Redgrave, Maximilian Schell, and Morgan Freeman. With the film's dynamic fusion of large-scale excitement and touching human-scale storylines, Deep Impact makes its impact felt in a big and unforgettable way. Yeah, it's got some special features. Oh, it's the special collector's edition. I don't know if you can see them, but I'm going to try to get them in there. I watched How I Live Now. When Love Means Survival. The only difference is, in this, it's, from the book, is that the boy with the glasses actually lives in the book. Actually, there was one boy that wasn't even mentioned in this. There was an older, like they twisted some things around. There was an older brother, Oscar or something. So, and Isaac, I'm thinking, was the kid with the glasses. For some reason, I can't remember his name. He was Edmund's twin, so they were the same age. So, some things got like different from the book. Set in the near future, UK I can't say her name, and I'm not even going to try to say it. Ronan plays Daisy, an American teenager sent to stay with relatives in the English countryside. Initially withdrawn and alienated, she begins to warm up to her charming surroundings and strikes up a romance with the handsome Edmund. But on the fringes of their idyllic summer days are tense news reports of an escalating conflict in Europe. As UK falls into a violent, chaotic military state, Daisy finds herself hiding and fighting to survive. I don't think I mentioned when this was made, did I? 2014. Yeah, in the book, he lives right here. In this, spoiler, in this he doesn't. I didn't watch all three of these. Urban Legend Final Cut, and Urban Legends Bloody Mary. Urban Legend, it happened to someone who knows someone you know, you're next. Urban Legends Final Cut, Legend Never Dies. Urban Legends Bloody Mary. Let's see. Urban Legends was made in 1998. Urban Legends Final Cut, 2000. Urban Legends Bloody Mary, 2005. Urban Legends, those contemporary macabre myths that have no traceable source, yet they can't be proven false, come to terrifying life in this hip and fast-paced horror film. What you don't believe can kill you. And you know, I don't remember if these actually have any special features, because I think these are these are, I hate it when they stack them on top of each other. But that's how these are stacked, and I can't remember if any of these, I think they have like, if I'm not mistaken, I think they have like trailers and stuff like that. Like, I think maybe behind the scenes, but I could be wrong. It's like I can't remember. Amy is a student. Oh, that's Urban Legends Final Cut. Amy is a student filmmaker vying for the prestigious Hitchcock Award with her thesis film. When she decides to use the subject of urban legends, one by one her crew members fall prey to fatal accidents during the shooting. After investigating and discovering that a sinister hand is at work, Amy must unmask the killer before she too becomes an urban legend. Uh, Urban Legends Bloody Mary. Some legends can't be buried. Oh, I was just reading. See, the back looks like that. That one's, and I could see the full cover. Actually, I like that movie. Wasn't that bad. Three teens chant an incantation, unleashing a deadly spirit. Is it all a prank taken to gruesome extremes, or has a murdered homecoming queen returned from the grave to wreak vengeance? If I'm not mistaken, all of them die except for two of them. I'm trying to remember. I know one of them, the girl, lives. And the black woman. So I don't. For some reason, I can't remember that movie too well. And I watched Stay Alive. You Die in the Game, You Die for Real, unrated director's cut. Made in 2006. The blood runs deep in this unrated director's cut of Stay Alive, the mind-bending thriller about a killer video game, the real world and the game world to gruesomely collide when a group of friends play Stay Alive, a mysterious underground video game that kills the gamer whose character dies in play. In a death-defying race against time, the survivors must solve the mystery of the game while desperately trying to stay alive. More spine-chillingly gore and action, plus all new, never-before-seen material, including a new character and subplot, push this version way over the edge of what could be seen in theaters. The only one that I wish would have survived would have been her. I wish she could have survived too.
So this is it, man. Yeah, what's the outside show? Beautiful. A guy came in with a really cool vintage 1966 Harley Davidson. Could be a great item for a shop, but I have some concerns about his asking price. So I called in my buddy Chris from Valley Speed Shop to come check it out.
And I was finally able to get this from Gene. That's who originally had it. I got it from Gene. I traded him Joyful Noise for it. Encino Man, where the Stone Age meets the Rock Age. I'm trying to remember when this was made. Well, I don't think this one's going to tell me. No, this won't tell me. Starring outrageously hip Pauly Shore, Encino Man unearths the biggest laughs in 2 million years. The fun kicks off when two high school buddies dig up a frozen caveman in their backyard. Once the living fossil falls out, the friends figure he's their ticket to being cool, but the plan backfires when the newcomer turns everyday life upside down, generating pre-hysterical craziness wherever he roams. Co-starring Sean Ott. I can't really pronounce his last name. Give me 1 minute, please.
I would have praised it at 17,500. Alright, appreciate it. Right. It's great to meet you. Take care. As a builder, I was pretty impressed with the craftsmanship of this bike. There were no cracks in the paint. Sometimes people would get it too thick and it would start to crack. So the craftsmanship of this bike was pretty nice. Pretty good. So, my buddy said. That's reasonably what I can expect to get out. Mm-hmm. What do you take for it? I would take 16.5. I can't. You know, I can't do any less than that. You know, the problem with these bikes, man, I'll be real blunt with you, is that you built this bike for me. You're right. Oh, I know. And it's your bike. It's built for you. It's what you want. Yes. The guy I'm going to sell this to isn't going to want what you want. No, I know. I'm at about 13,000. You got all the right parts there. It looks really cool. But I'm going to sell to somebody who's going to want to repaint it. They're going to want to build their own bike. You know, I got that 16.5. So 16.5? Yeah. You go 14 on it? No, I won't. Hey, it is what it is. If you got to change your mind, I'm here, right? Have a good one. I'll tell you what, I'll do 15. 14's the best I can do, man. If you change your mind, I'm here, all right? Okay, well, appreciate it. Yeah, you might say I'm disappointed, but I'm not out of anything. We take it home, and that's okay. Where's that sound? There's nothing in here. Leave it there, come back on and don't break. We don't have them, we don't have anything. There has nothing gotten to them yet. Gosh, we don't move. Now? Mountain is all due tomorrow at 9 on History app. Looks right ahead. I don't know what I'm in for. I've got a new community. They've actually requested you specifically. It's not that thick, I guess I'll find out why. They're always not much wider than my hands. I used to ask me, but I switched to Sprint. I switched too. Great. Have you seen all the wine?
They wanted me to get my niece.
People are switching to Sprint. All these networks are great now. We were tired of
See,
Sprint cut my rates by 50%.
because they're going out and they needed somebody to watch her. Sorry, this is going to be a very freaking long video. Okay, let's see if I can get back to what I was doing. Where was I even on this? Rose, Sean Astin, and Brendan Fraser. You'll definitely dig Encino Man, the totally irreverent, totally awesome comedy that shows just how hilariously out of control things evolve once the Stone Age meets the Rock Age head on. She's asleep.
It is virtually invisible and comfortable. Call 1-800-BELLTONE now and hear sounds, words, and conversation more clearly from your phone, TV, or iPhone. Call 1-800-BELLTONE today.
And I watched Juno. Don't miss this outrageously offbeat comedy hit that has everyone talking and laughing. Juno McGuff is a cool, confident teenager who takes a 9-month detour into adulthood when she's faced with an unplanned pregnancy and sets out to find the perfect parents for her baby. With the help of her charmingly unassuming boyfriend, actually it wasn't her boyfriend in the movie, not at first, not until the very end, supportive dad, and no-nonsense stepmom, Juno sets her sights on an influential couple longing to adopt their first child. The mother, yes, the father knew. I'm trying to remember when this was made. 2007. Okay, now I'm going on to the movies that I borrowed from Kirsten. I didn't actually get to watch them all like I was planning, because I borrowed a lot. I watched Texas Chainsaw, Evil Wears Many Faces. Like I said, I love this movie, so you might see it more than once. At least I'm talking it my own. It was made in 2012. Texas Chainsaw continues the legendary story of the homicidal Sawyer family, picking up where Tobe Hooper's 1974 horror classic left off, in Newt, Texas, where for decades people went missing without a trace. Decades later, and hundreds of miles away from the original massacre, a young woman named Heather learns that she has inherited a Texas estate from her grandmother she never knew she had. After embarking on a road trip with friends to uncover her roots, she finds she is the sole owner of a lavish, isolated Victorian mansion. But her newfound wealth comes at a price as she stumbles upon a horror that awaits her in the mansion's cellars.
And Buddhist and Hindu cultures. And they're all carved differently, and each one has its own unique ornaments. This house art is from the 10th century. That is amazing. I would love to have this in my store. I know I can sell it quick.
You can actually see these.
Find out more about this because I don't normally get upsides.
Give me a minute, I'm trying to figure out where it
So
begins.
this has been in the family forever. Do you know how someone got
I
it?
hope you guys can see this.
Not from a couple of generations back. It came from India. We've had it sitting out there for a long time. And so you had
But I'm just going to do it, see if you can. No, because I'm pushing it way far up on the screen.
This is from the 10th century. It's uber cool because this is
I'm trying to figure out what it is.
it's an amazing addition.
I watched both of these, by the way.
That's the part that scares the hell out of me, okay? Because
Sleepaway Camp and The House
it's too good to be
by the Cemetery.
This has been stored away for a
Sleepaway
long time,
Camp,
so we
the
have
original
that
cult
sitting out
classic,
there, the elements.
You Won't Be Coming Home.
Well, if you
The House by the Cemetery, Don't Go in the basement. Sleepaway Camp was made in 1983. After a horrible boating accident killed her family, survivor Angela Baker has been living with her eccentric Aunt Martha for the past 8 years, alongside her protective cousin Ricky. This summer, Martha has decided to send them both to Camp Arawak. However, soon after their arrival, the series of bizarre and increasingly violent accidents began, claiming the lives of unsuspecting campers. The House by the Cemetery, Dr. Norman Boyle of the New York Historical Society accepts a research assignment abandoned by a colleague who has committed suicide. The project requires the researchers to temporarily take up residence in a New England mansion along with his wife Lucy and their son. The Boyles soon find out the mansion has an additional resident, a deranged killer living in the basement. For some reason, I can't remember that movie at all. As soon as I put it on, though, boom, it'll hit me. That was made in 1981, by the way. Beats me if this thing has any special features. Oh, it's one of them double-sided discs. I then watched The Conjuring, based on the true case files of the Warrens. Oh, of course I took that off. I'm so used to doing this and seeing them hands clap. Based on the true events, The Conjuring tells the thrilling story of a ghost hunter's Lorraine and Ed Warren, who help a family terrorized by an evil spirit in their mysterious farmhouse. Made in 2013.
You know how it is. Someone does something nice for you, you feel obligated to do something nice back. Maybe your aunt sent you a crocheted scarf. You sent her a thank you note, and the crochet just kept on coming. Well, at CarMax, you don't have to return the favor. They'll buy you a car even if you don't buy a car. Because feeling obligated is uncomfortable and tight in places it shouldn't be. CarMax won't make you feel that way. Lucky you.
And then I watched Rosemary's Baby, Widescreen Collection, made in 1968, and I'm going to end up getting this one for myself. I think, except I'm going to get mine, it's going to have a similar cover, but I think it's full screen. Just so me and Crystal won't get ours confused. Possibly the best horror film. Possibly the best horror film ever.
We can help you retire your way too. Financial guidance while you're mastering
Just
money.
wait.
From Chase, so you can.
Possibly the best horror film ever made, this brilliant adaptation of Ira Levin's best-selling novel is the story of a loving young New York City couple who are expecting their first child. Like most first-time mothers, Rosemary experiences confusion and fear. Her husband, an ambitious but unsuccessful actor, makes a pact with the devil that promises to send his career skyward. Director Roman Polanski elicits uniformly extraordinary performances from the all-star cast. Ruth Gordon won an Oscar for her performance as an overzealous next-door neighbor in this classic chiller. I'm actually going to get the book too.
I love you so much. That's why I bought 6 of you. For when you stretch out.
I want you to stay this bright blue forever. That's why you stay in this drawer forever.
I can't live without you. And that's why I'll never ever wash you.
Protect your clothes from the damage of the wash with Downy Fabric Conditioner. It not only softens and freshens,
I watched all 4 of these.
stretching, fading, and fuzz. So your favorite clothes stay your
I
favorite.
might end up yeah, I actually have to get this 'cause it's part of that collection set thing that I'm getting into. The Thrills and Chills collections. This is volume 5. I don't even know what one I need. I think I got 2. I think 1 and 3. No, I think I got 3. No, I got 2. But, yeah, this is volume 5. It has Ghost Rider, The Mothman Prophecies, The Bride, and Secret Window. The only thing any one of these says is the Mothman Prophecies based on true events. Ghost Rider, his curse became his power. The Bride, Dr. Frankenstein invites you to meet his newest creation. Secret Windows, some windows should never be opened. Look at that face. Based on the Marvel Comics character, stunt motorist Johnny Blaze gives up his soul to become a hellblazing vigilante and fight against power-hungry Blackheart, the son of the devil himself. He gave up his soul because he wanted to help his father. The Mothman Prophecies. John Klein, a Washington newspaper reporter, leaves his job after the death of his wife to investigate strange reports, including psychic visions and sightings of a winged creature in a small West Virginia town that may be the sign of an alien invasion of Earth. The Bride. Dr. Frankenstein builds the perfect woman and lives to regret it in this tantalizing marriage of horror, romance, and unbridled passion. When he seen how beautiful she was, he wanted her. Secret Windows. Superstar Johnny Depp. Johnny Depp gives one of the most captivating performances of his career in this gripping psychological thriller. And I don't remember if any of these came with special features, because again, it does not tell me. Which one? Just give me a minute. You hungry? I'll get your bottle in a minute. I'm got one more video to show. I watched Witchboard. It's more than just a game. I don't think she should be hungry. Valerie and Doug most likely fed her before they left. Never play it alone. It's called a Ouija board. And it's been used for thousands of years to communicate with the souls of the afterworld. For beautiful Linda Brewster. Linda Brewster, it brings the playful ghost of a dead 10-year-old boy. But when the friendly spirit develops a sudden taste for violent murder and demonic possession, Linda's boyfriend and her former lover must race to destroy the ferocious portal of the damned. This is no game, this is a witchboard. Change, type change.
Are you still stuck on buying
Kathleen,
Like, not anymore. Okay? So what do you want to take for it?
Kathleen Wilhoite and Rosemary co-star in this original horror hit written, produced, and directed by
I'd most likely reply.
Kevin Tenney, with tasty dollop of nudity, gore, and humor that spawned 2 sequels. Witchboard is presented. Oh, don't you dare! Okay.
No. 850. No.
Give me a minute.
$800. I'll do it. Okay, sweet.
Okay, now I can do it. Sorry about sitting so far back, but spawned 2 sequels. Witchboard is presented and cut and centered, featuring an all-new anamorphic widescreen transfer and a diabolical batch of exclusive extras. It's okay.
Or can't you join them? I don't care what you guys say. This is not bad right here. Feet are up and
Whoa, you yawning, aren't you?
your life's gonna be great. But you can start going to bed at 7 o'clock, start driving 40 miles an hour.
Fine, you want to switch places here?
I keep up the motorcycle too.
This is here. You want to switch places? Okay. Did I mention what year it was made? I don't even know if I can. No, 1986. That's all I watched. This video is a little bit longer just because of where... I'm sorry that I went off screen and everything, but they wanted me to grab her because they had to go out shopping and they couldn't take her because it was too, so late. I bet you dyke, didn't you? You needed dyke. Well, bye everybody.